Alright, I want to make a video that I've been kind of getting my thoughts together for probably about 2 weeks now. And I'm going to focus around capitalism and black wealth. So the name of this video that I want to call it is Capitalist Revenge of the Ancestors. Capitalist Revenge of the Ancestors. So I'm going to try to keep it organized, keep my thoughts organized anyway. But so what I mean by capitalist revenge of the ancestors is that slavery, just starting from the beginning, slavery in the U.S. wasn't so much about being black, but the fact that being black, and at that time, meant free labor as slavery, free labor without getting any benefit from it as far as money or over long time wealth. So with that history, and that been over 200 plus years, I'm not going to get into the specifics, but been over 200 plus years, that means that the colonizers received all of that benefit, the 200 plus years of slavery. So why black ancestors weren't getting paid but laboring for free, it allowed the masters or the white Europeans that actually owned slaves to benefit or build wealth over those 200 plus years. So you think about that lack of a head start, and that labor was stolen. Now, we can't change anything about the past, but I just wanted to start there as an introduction. So when you look at black people in past decades, you go all the way back to the 60s and even before that, the main thing with black people, while we struggle financially, is because of the lack of capital and resources. And a lot of that can date back to slavery. You weren't get paid, but yet you labor. A lot of it is, we're not taught investing, how to build wealth in our families for the most part. So what usually is taught is, get a job, go to work. And working is not necessarily the way to build wealth, but that's, for the most part, that's how most people earn money. Hell, even I work. But the thing is, so we struggle for the lack of capital. Now, historically, it's not our fault. There was laws and Jim Crow and slavery era, and we were taught to labor, be a labor class. Weren't taught to manage or do any other thing other than something with your hands or something physical that you can do. So why bringing up the ancestors is because if you are a African American and in modern times, you're almost obligated to build wealth. People speak all the time about the racial wealth gap. How you take steps to close that is, doing something on an individual level, then for your family. So, it's like getting financially educated is a start. You don't need a degree for that. But All it takes is a little bit of education, research, and action. So I think that's something that all black people can do, at least a working age. Because the thing is, like, yeah, reparations, that's a huge debate. But it's like I said last year with that first stimulus check. I said at the time, I said that this is probably the closest black people will ever get to reparations, and it wasn't even reparations for black people. It was for all Americans. So I think it's about the closest we'll ever get. So the thing is, the whole reparations talk. Yeah, you can keep that in discussion, but like, don't wait for that. Start today. Start with you. Do something. Because when you look around you, like, all you see is inequality. Yeah, that can be discouraging, but you gotta strive to at least put one foot in front of the other. All it takes is consistency. So yeah, everybody wants the big houses and nice cars, jewelry, and all that, but everybody is not gonna like reach that level. People need to work, and you can work and work your way up to that status. But the biggest thing is learning the difference between an asset and a liability. But I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's just like, as a black community, it just seems like there's very few people that try to change or get the concept of generational wealth, finances, and stuff like that. And there's others that just, either don't care or just, focus on self-interest or whatever. So yeah, you're not gonna get wealthy overnight. Slavery didn't end overnight. 200 plus years of not getting paid. So, but if you look at your current generation, if you're not financially investing for yourself or for your family, or trying to build generational wealth, even through a job, you can do it. Hell, I'm doing it. Started in 2017 when my son was born, and I do it every week whenever I get paid. Because it don't take a lot. It takes consistency. That's how you build wealth, consistency. You don't have to have a lot of money to get started. Just put money away. The money will work. It just needs time. So there's a lot of methods out there to get started to build wealth. It don't take much. You just take consistency. Get a job, or however you earn money, and invest that money for the most part. That's how you build it. But first, the basic needs have got to be met. A lot of people in our community, we're struggling because our basic needs are not being met. So maybe you're in a situation where you work and every dollar you make may not be enough to provide for the basic needs, so you can't afford to invest. But even $5 here and there can build a habit of building wealth as far as getting ahead and or trying to get ahead anyway. But it always, you gotta start with the man in the mirror. So if the individual wants to do something, you can do it. I'll use two prime examples. I'm just off the top of my head. So like Jordans is very big in the black community for the most part. So $200 something or whatever for a pair for the most part. If you look at Nike's share as the date of this video, 9/22/21. I think Nike's about $150 something. Now you can't really flash that, but it'll make you money over time as a stock. Alright, let's go to Apple. Just came out the iPhone 13 and all that. $1,000 phones. But if you look at the share of Apple, the stock. Alright, had to stop for a minute. I'm at work. I had to get some of the guys squared away. Looks like they were lost, but uh, so yeah, it's just something that's got to be taught, within families. Like you gotta wanna like see change and elevate. Because the thing about black people in America, like this is a capitalist country, and it's been that way from the very start. Slavery was all about capitalism. So black people, black bodies were used as commodities, to work, but also you have value because you can be traded. Um, and like I said, there's a lot of information out there as far as getting started building wealth, investing, and stuff like that. Everybody's got, which brings me back to the Apple. Everybody's got a smartphone at least, that has internet capabilities, can do a little bit of research. There's books out there. Um, Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson is a great starter to understand the historical uh, history of capitalism, black capitalism, and things like that. So, but back to Apple, I don't know if I explained this before I stopped the video or paused the video, but so yeah, so Apple, new iPhone, $1,000 phone. Most people just go ahead and get that. Like they may not got money for nothing else, but they got money for that iPhone. I don't understand it, but I'm not judging anybody. But if you look at Apple's stock price, as of today, 9/22/21, last time I checked, it was about $150 ish. For a share of Apple, part ownership of the company for $155. Now, me personally, I'd rather buy $1,000 worth of Apple stock before I get an Apple iPhone, because at least I will continue to get paid. I got some skin in the game. It's not, I'm not just getting the product and don't got nothing to show for it other than the tangible phone. But that's a different level of mindset, really. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I know as far as me and what I'm doing for my son, that's my driving point as far as who I want to build wealth for, who I want to give a head start to. One second. All right, back again. I got interrupted again. But yeah, I'm about to get ready to wrap this video up. So the main thing is capitalist revenge of the ancestors. So I feel like it's an obligation to build wealth if you're black, knowing the struggle and the history and 200 plus years of free labor. You deserve to, buy what you want, and you shouldn't have to so much play catch up. But at this point, people need to sacrifice. That's all I gotta say.